Hey everyone, it's me Romie here. So this is just a quick recap for what happened on the latest episode of The Flash. So this is actually season 2, episode 10, Potential Enemy. Oh, sorry, Potential Energy. So yeah, here's how it goes. Essentially, Barry, he's having this huge conflict because he wants to tell Patty that he's the Flash. But he knows that if he does, she most likely would be in danger because Zoom would go and kill her or capture her or torture her or torture. So he really doesn't have much of a choice. It's either he goes and keeps the secret and keeps her safe for now, or he goes and unveils the truth and let the cards fall where they may. Now, he's actually having nightmares about it, but he's not telling Patty that. He's talking up the whole fact that his mom died around this time of year, and so we'll find out a little bit later what happens there. So anyway, we have this other conflict where it's actually yeah, so Iris and her father, sorry, I forgot his name, her brother, his son, is not really feeling them right now because it's like, I had to take care of mom all by myself. I was the man of the house, so this whole little kumbaya session isn't going to work. He was actually invited to dinner, and he didn't show up. So they figured, you know what, we tried. Well, that's what Iris is like. But her father wasn't going to give up. And Barry, it was there in general trying to coach him on. It was like, Joe, there we go. Joe, you're the best and wouldn't be here without you. So he's just like, yeah, thanks, but I just don't know how to reach the kid. And so we actually find out that his son is, he's kind of in that street racing, too fast, too furious, fast and furious type of thing. And so he's actually doing that though because he had to pay for his mom's medical bills and just pay for bills in general. And so Joe felt bad because at first he was thinking that, oh, he's just doing this because he doesn't want to be with his family, with Iris and me. But he finds out that no, he actually has a valid, good reason to do it. And so long story short with their relationship, he comes over to the house because he forgets his sweater or something, some basic excuse. And so he actually talks with Joe for a moment, and Joe apologizes and is like, I know I'm not I'm your dad, but I was never a father to you. I never got the chance to be a father to you, and I really tried to just do too much at once. And so this is a lesson to all of us. Just show that you care, but don't do too much, because it's like, that's a lot to digest. And so aside from that, we have Barry, whose main conflict is with this guy. I don't remember his name. He has the ability to slow down. Well, technically he drains the energy from everything around him, so it allows him to move faster than everything else. And so Barry's having a hard time because Barry's pretty fast, but he's not pumping up enough kinetic energy in order to get this guy until the very end, until his Patty gets in danger, because Patty is actually, Barry takes her out on this stakeout. She doesn't know it's a stakeout. She thinks that it's this art gallery, and I must say, I was surprised. I was like, ooh, look at Patty. Look at Patty. Patty cakes, patty cakes. But, yeah, so they went, and it was a disaster. He saved her, but in the process, he had to get saved himself. She was pissed. And so as a result, she went and was like, where were you? And was like, you know what? I can't do this right now. And actually, long story short, for that segment, she decides to leave. She decides to leave because she's like, you know what? I came here to avenge my father's death. And now his murderer is behind bars. So there's no reason for me to be here. I actually wanted to be a part of, what is it, CSI or SVU or whatever it is. And so Patty's gone. Barry was actually going to tell her that he's the Flash, but Patty's gone. So there's that. And so what else was there actually prominent? Caitlin, actually, you know, the Flash from the other future, from the other world. Caitlin's trying to figure out, you know, she really wants to help him. She really does like him, but there's a little wrinkle. She actually goes and tricks him, gives him some champagne, and she takes the DNA, swabs it, and finds out he's sick and he doesn't have long to live. And Caitlin's like, I lost my fiance. How could you make me fall in love with you? And he was like, look, I wasn't trying to do that, but it just happened. And so she said, basically, they're going to make the most of it. Cisco is slowly growing closer to Professor Wells. And Professor Wells, if you remember, Professor Wells still has this ulterior motive of, okay, I'm going to go and going to sell out the Flash in order to save my daughter. Because Zoom wants the Speed Force. And so in Barry, so they're going to essentially fatten him up so that he could take it. But once this guy who's able to slow down everything around him essentially comes into play, then which, by the way, Cisco has this huge like Rolodex catalog of all the metahumans, and he was like at the top of the list, and Barry's like, what the, so this is what you do in your spare time? So yeah, the other situation with that is Dr. Wells pretty much, I don't know if he kills him or if he just zaps him of his abilities in order to use it against either Barry or Zoom. That's the ringer. Who's it going to be used against? And so I'm assuming Zoom, because he is slowly growing attached to, you know, Barry and the rest of them. But that's going to be very interesting to watch and see how that turns out. Was there anything else that I wanted to cover? Let me think. No. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, it does suck because Iris was even giving Patty some advice regarding Barry and all that. But yeah, so poor Barry. Oh, at the very end, you have the guy who, I think he was originally the guy that came from the future or the other world in order to try and fatten up Barry so that he could go and steal the Speed Force from him. And so he's back. The Reverse Flash is back. So I'll leave you with that. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I love The Flash. I love this show. This show is great because it has a great general storyline aside from the action. I feel like the action is just a plus. So, again, let me know what you think. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. Come back next week.